Really nice body.
Really nice.
What are they? Orchids. Orchids, yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Jonathan Cox. I'm the Public Information Officer for Incident Management Team 1 here on the Central LNU Complex in Santa Rosa, California. This is the 1 p.m. press conference for the fire complex. Today we have a fairly robust speaking group of people coming up from multiple organizations. Just for expectations, if everybody could hold their questions and answers until the end, we will have a Q&A session for all of the speakers. I know there's a lot of questions about the operations section, and we'll get to that just as soon as the Q&As come up. So with that, our first speaker is the Operations Section Chief for the Incident Management Team on this incident, Chief Steve Crawford.
Good afternoon, everybody. Steve Crawford, IMT 1, Operations Section Chief during the day. I'll give you a rough rundown on what we got going over here, and hopefully I answer all your questions before you have them. What we got going, I'm going to start up in the pocket fire. The pocket fires are fire to the north and to the east. We've been making really good progress on that one. That's the one that's been working its way to the east, and working and chunking down a bit at a time. And every day we were just skirting it to the south. Skirting it to the north. But we made really good progress. We were able to do a little firing operation last night and part of today. And so that piece of that pocket fire we're feeling more comfortable with on the south side and the east side. Fortunately, with the winds coming up and the winds to the east there a little bit, it's working to our advantage. So we're doing good on that pocket fire. As we work our way down to the Tubbs fire, Tubbs fire was the main fire in the beginning there that ran long and skinny. We're getting a lot of black on the map. So the black sections on the map is where we feel comfortable on the fire's edge, where that's where the fire's not expanding anymore. We've got boots on the ground. They're working their way further and further into the fire and making good progress. And in those areas is where we've made a lot of headway in the last few days to start get access for folks and utilities and whatnot and the repopulation type angles. As we come down into the Nuns fire, the Nuns fire, what we ended up doing, I was talking about that new fire we had a couple days ago. That's now we're calling that the Oakmont branch. That was the Pythion fire. It's growing. We've got one part of the fire, the part on the south end there by Oakmont. It's still holding pretty well along the 12 there, but it is expanding to the east and to the west. And then also up there in the division Zulu up there in the park, moving up towards Mount Hood. That's where most of the smoke and all that you're seeing today is that fire in that upper section moving to the north and a little bit to the west, but mostly it's moving up to the north on that fire. Everything else on that fire on the Sonoma side of the ridge is looking good. Above where we had the run a couple of nights ago with the wind push down there in Foxtrot, what we call Foxtrot above the city of Sonoma. It's still red line on the map because it's just burned recently. We want to be able to get resources in on all those road systems and make sure there's no hot spots around there. So if the wind comes up or any type of ember cast or something falls over the line, we got all that stuff taken care of, especially before we get any folks in that way in there. We can make sure that's really secure so we don't have any flare-ups in that area. So thank you.
Thank you, Chief Crawford. And again, Q&A session. Chief Crawford will come back for specific questions about parts of the fire that you may have additional questions about. The complex still remains in unified command between three agencies. That's the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department, Santa Rosa City Fire Department, and CAL FIRE. And to speak to the incident commanders is Incident Commander Brett Gouveia.
Well, good afternoon. Brett Gouveia, Incident Commander for Incident Management Team 1. In unified command with me is Chief Gosner from the Santa Rosa City Fire Department and Sheriff Giordano from the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department. Overall, things are feeling optimistic for us. We're very cautious about that. As you know, we have a lot of fire across Sonoma County, from all the way up in the northern end with the pocket fire down to the Nun fire. There's a lot of different activities happening between these fires. Positive things happening up on the pocket. on the tubs, even on parts of the Nuns fire, a lot of positive things. But as we sit here and talk, we do have some areas out there that are just fighting us. They're bucking us. We have good resources on them. We have a lot of aircraft on them, but they're just bucking us back. You'd never know it's the middle of October in Sonoma County, and we have fire behavior like this. They're not going down easy, but we are getting them, and we feel a lot better about that. As I spoke to you yesterday, that increased fire behavior or activity that we had early yesterday morning, there was multiple fire activities down there, and I couldn't report whether or not we had any separate fires. I can confirm for you now that we did have one separate fire that came out of the Adobe Canyon area. Investigators are still working on a cause for that. We do not have a cause right now. There's an investigation team up there working on a cause. That is the fire that our top priority, as I've said all along, as soon as we evacuate people, is to start looking when we can repopulate. A lot of factors go around that for safety for you, your families, your children, to let you back into those areas. At the same time that we are repopulating areas, like we did in the city of Santa Rosa yesterday, we're still evacuating other areas. As I said, this is a large-scale incident across a lot of countryside. We're nearing 100,000 acres of burned acreage. So with that, over the next 24 hours, you will see a lot of repopulation plans coming out. There's so many of them. Command until we bring an end to this incident. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Govea. Next up is another Unified Incident Commander, Fire Chief Tony Gosner from the Santa Rosa Fire Department.
Thank you, Tony Gosner from the Santa Rosa Fire Department. Three things I want to talk to you today about. Brett gave a great overview of the fire activity. I will say that I have Chief Aker here from Sonoma Valley Fire Protection District. He'll be available for questions after this. But he's here to represent the Sonoma Valley. Things are looking really good down in Sonoma Valley. So we're that you need to get back into your homes. We have many of our employees throughout the city that are in the same position as the general public, and we want to get everyone there. So please have patience. We want to do this right so everyone is safe and it's orderly. So please have patience. The last thing I'd like to discuss is Kaiser Hospital. This is the third day I've stood up here and said it's opening in about 12 hours. So clearly I have my wires crossed, and we're going to rectify that soon. We have a representative from Kaiser. We'll have a press release out. I will tell you that we're going to open up the evacuation area around Kaiser, which will allow us to open up certain buildings. The hospital portion will be closed. Sutter will be closed. Hopefully in the next few days the hospitals will be open, but we're hopeful through the many different people and many different agencies to work with the hospitals. It's very complicated, and that was my fault. I didn't realize how complicated it was to get a hospital back up and running. But we're close. We'll have a press release when it's appropriate, and hopefully if you have any questions, I can answer those after the press release. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And just a specific there, Carl Campbell over here in the blue is here from Kaiser Hospital. So specific questions related to Kaiser, Carl is able to answer those questions specifically. Next up, and the third Unified Commander for this incident for Sonoma County Sheriff's Office is Sheriff Rob Giordano.
Thank you. Good afternoon. So I'm going to start with the common theme of repopulation, and I get people's frustration of getting back in, but I have to tell you that working with CAL FIRE on this incident, PG&E, Verizon, all the utilities, has just been such a rewarding experience of how fast everybody's going. So rest assured, people are going to get home. I have deputies coming in and telling me that PG&E is putting in power poles next to burning trees that are still smoking. So that's how fast they're going in and taking care of stuff. So thank PG&E, thank Verizon, thank all these utilities. I'm sorry I don't have the whole list now, but all I'm getting is reports about how hard they're working to put things back together. So I think that's really important. Goal is to get people in homes that are still livable. Helps everybody, places to live, places to be, puts things back to normal, also helps us protect the neighborhood. Nothing's changed for the sheriff's office as far as security. We're still running about 300 people a shift out there protecting places, so that's not going to stop. Some of these places that are burned are going to take weeks, months, so get ready for the patience of that piece of it. Remember, Sheriff's Office Nixle, Sheriff's Office Facebook. We will post when neighborhoods open, what to bring, where to go, how you can get in. There will be a process of that. We will continually post that, so sign up for those alerts so we can keep putting it out. I have some sad news to report today as well. We're up to 22 fatalities. We've identified 4 more of the 22, so we have 14 identified out of the 22.